welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry my voice is gone. I've been ill the last few days, and on top of that it's 6 in the morning, so I have an event today and I thought, why don't you guys get ready with me? I usually start off by blow drying my hair and set my rollers in and stuff, and then while that's setting I do my makeup and then I go back to the hair. So that's usually what I do with my clients, and that's what I do on myself as well, because I felt like it just makes sense. You know, you get some time to brew the head, if that makes sense. But yeah, so watch me guys and I hope you enjoy it. I don't know why I'm in such a good mood at 6 in the morning. But yeah, you can see my sari hanging there and my shoes. So I've got everything ironed and set up and everything, because I'm going to an event where I'm going to be a guest judge, and yeah, so basically I'm going to wear a traditional sari today with jasmine flowers, the red lips, the whole shebang, you know, so I just thought you guys would probably enjoy that. What do you think, guys? I mean, it's not even, but it's not really supposed to be even. It's just supposed to give me that volume, since I'm gonna do an updo anyway. So hair blow dried straight and just straightened at the bottom, so we can start with the makeup. first things first, I'm just going to split my hair. So I'm going to go quite high with the crown because I want quite a big plait. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plait both sides. Yeah. And then what you're going to do is just give it a little bit of volume. Teaser. If you feel like you have extremely thin hair, do the back comb and then spray it and let it set, okay? I thank my mother have thick hair, but then ഇതിപ്പോ சொന്ന பிறகு கண்டிப்பா எனக்கு கொட்டும். So as you can see, I did it like super, like almost like as if I didn't even back comb, but so can you see it's just like a little bump. I personally on myself don't really like the whole beehive look. Okay, I'm just making sure it's all even. Yeah, and just to show you what I did, so just with my own hands I just kind of crisscrossed it with pins. Sally's do the best hairpins and grips ever. Right, so now I'm just like taking this off, and I've got some hair extensions that I'm going to put in. So we want a volumized bun. Right, so I've got pieces from my Bombay hair extensions. Right, so I would say roughly where your eyebrow ends or where your eye is, like, you know, that right, that little bit, halve it right there. It doesn't have to be neat, just so that it's away. And then back comb. Remember my hair tutorial video? That's basically where you will see how to apply extensions. So I'm using my smaller ones, and don't clip them too close outwards. Clip them away so that you don't see them whatever hairstyle you do. Yep, so now it's solid. I can do whatever I want, man. Yeah, not a good look. And obviously you can see I've just like wrapped it and put it somewhere so it's not even neat. Again, if you're leaving your hair out, please do straighten them, as this looks really bizarre. Right, so what I'm going to do now is go another layer underneath, away from there. So make sure you kohrade in the sikk, okay? So translation, you hook it into the tangle. Finally got it, because in every tutorial I talk about sikku, so now I know it's called tangled hair. Yeah, now what you do is clip all of this away, so you've got longer hair basically and a bit of volume. So this is for both length and volume, that's why we're doing this. Okay, now can you see that rest of the hair? That's where I'm going to place these as well, okay? So 2 on each side. Right, so you've got long hair. Right, so this one's hard to explain. So you split it into 3 pieces, ideally equal pieces, and then you just kind of go underneath rather than at the top, right? So underneath. So now that you brought this one over, you take a little bit of the hair at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to take the hair at the top, I'm just going to keep taking the hair from the bottom. Right, so I'll show you. Right, so I'm not adding any hair from that direction. So once you get to near the ear, so we already did, loosen this up. Because if you try and do it at the end, it doesn't really have that effect, like it doesn't really work properly. Right, so you continue. And at this point, again, it doesn't have to be perfectly neat or anything like that, so you just split it equally again, because if you feel like one part is thicker, split it again. It doesn't matter because you're not leaving this hair out, okay? This is just for my bun. And so that's why it can be messy. Yeah. So again, it's not supposed to look overly neat, okay? And don't worry about the clips at the back because we're going to cover them. Now, next side. Right, now that you have the plait done, loosen it up again, just basically pull on them on the outside. Now, you need a lot of grips for this one. Right, so you start off with one side, where you basically, so if you can see my back, it doesn't matter about the back, you just start really messily taking one side and start sort of pinning it, okay? Yeah, and then you do the same thing with the other side. So before I go half naked here, okay. You know what's going to be funny? If I look back at this video and I'm like, ooh, because obviously you can't see what's going on at the back. Yeah, so this is what it looks like at the back. Really hope it looks okay. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull out a few bits to soften the whole look out. I know it's not particularly a sari look, but because I have a bit of a round face, I do not want it to like and stuff, okay? And then with the straightener, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to softly curl it away. Can you see? And I'm doing the same here as well at the bottom. Yeah. Ta-da, guys. I think it's pretty and it's messy. You know the drill, guys. I don't really like to show off too much, but I'm already wearing my blouse. I'll show you guys at the end. This is my sari. It's from CKS Sari, and she sent me this sari as a gift, and thank you so much. And yeah, it's surprising because when I saw the sari, I was like, yeah, it's okay and stuff, but then the second I did the blouse and basically tried the sari on, it just looks amazing. I'm really sorry about my parents in the background. I mean, it is Sunday morning, really early, every time a parent wakes up. So there we go. Again, the end. This sari I'm going to wear slightly differently because it's become very trendy to do sort of like the big wide border palus and stuff. This one's not as wide, but it's wider than usual. So as always, oh, I forgot the skirt. I usually do this way. My mom just tied this for me. And since this is not a pattu sari, I'm not gonna do it too tight. I don't really like it too tight because I want to, ooh, sorry. So, tuck it here. Obviously I'm wearing high heels, so just make sure that it's just the same length. Tuck it. If you feel like this, whatever material you wear is like way too, do you know what? I'm gonna do this so you guys even see what I'm doing. Okay, right. Now it looks like I've got a tail, but oh well. So you just tuck it in. So like I said, if it's too thin and you feel like, oh my god, your skirt's quite loose as well, it's gonna all fall off, just pin it. Just pin it here and pin it at the front as well. And please do not wear white underwear. You can see it through white. Right, now I'm going to pleat this. So what I'm going to do is take this bit, and I always like to start really, really small. In this case, because it's not a pattu saree, I'm not going to pleat it this way. You know how I always like it, so that it shows on both sides. No, we're not doing that in this case. So start off quite small. Wait. And then I'm taking the entire pleat. Can you see how big this wide this pleat border is? Sorry. Right. So I'm gonna actually keep it to that that entire gold border. And if the sari had even a wider border, I would have taken that wider border, because all the North Indian designers are doing it now, and all the North Indian like the Bollywood stars and stuff, they started to do it as well. So hey, yeah. See, when you start off with a really small pleat and then get it really wide at the end, you don't ever have to worry about this looking messy, because you have such a big pleat, like one big pleat now, right? It just hides all this messiness. So that's why I always think, try and not get them equal, just get them wide. Shall we just pin this? Just take a small pin. Yeah, this one's okay to pin, just because I can't see it's making any holes. Because in some saris you have to be a little bit careful, right? Well, I should have really done, I should have really ironed this and prepared this, but I'm showing you guys a technique if you guys are in a rush. So this obviously goes at the top. Check the bag. I always like it when it almost touches the floor. Right, so you've got all of this, right? So again, you know, you would normally pleat this and stuff, but so some saris, guys, see how here you know exactly where this is supposed to end. So what you're supposed to do is bring it down and pin it, okay? So this has to show. If some of your saris don't have this and it kind of ends this way, literally try and make the pleats, like bring it in more, so then this ends here. It should always do that. It just looks so much nicer. I know with some saris they're made to be worn open rather than pleated, so that's why they don't make these as long, but in my case this one is supposed to be worn pleated, I guess. So bringing it in, pinning it, okay. Now remember, the pleat's supposed to start in the middle. Please watch all my other sari draping videos, so then you can see in detail as well what I'm doing with different types of saris. Can you see what I've done? Yeah, so I've got a few pleats. I've got about 6 pleats, which is actually quite decent for the fact that I got this really long. So you just rearrange this. And remember how I like to have pull on the second one a little bit. Yeah, so this one, pull on this one, pin this whole shazam together. Got this. Okay, now this looks pretty. You can pin another pin here if you want. Actually, I am going to do that. And be careful here, guys, this one's white, so try and pin this from the inside like I did with the other one, and pin it to your skirt, not your underwear, because you won't be able to go to the toilet. Right? So here we go. And then all the rest of the material, tuck it behind. See, now, if you had the skirt starting it on this side, you would be able to see it. So this is going to hide because it's going to go on top. So this is pretty much it, and then you just pin it there. Remember when I said you need a mom or an auntie or somebody to do this pin, because you can't do it on yourself? Sorry about my dad, he's ill as well. But yeah. So first of all, I'm going to wear a nice little red potto. I think the big bindis are starting to go out of fashion a little bit. Okay. And then I've got these earrings that I bought in Mumbai. And then I'm just going to fold it. So it's like one mullam. I'm going to fold it. And I'm going to bring it in. That's all. So guys, if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to share. Thank you so much. I should have done my nails red.